please don't start texting me and stuff when I'm trying to read. Please don't do it. All right, greetings, you guys. Hold on, I'm trying to grip the camera in the frame. How y'all doing? All right, so I decided that I wanted to incorporate my ranting style along with my reading. So my reading style does kind of go into like goes far out and not so much on the card. Sometimes I just start getting messages. I start being guided to give you guidance and beyond. So sometimes it might come across as a rant to some people. So just so you know what you're getting ahead of time, if you guys are new to my channel, like you don't know what you're in for. I read beyond the cards, and sometimes I just start getting messages. I'm guided to share things with you guys that meant to help people, set them free, kind of like free therapy, in a sense. And I am not a therapist. I'm not a licensed therapist. This is just, I'm just something for fun, but or just a catchy, creative way to explain the way that I do things. So, hey. Yeah, so you guys know how I do. Those of you that have been on my channel, like I'll read the cards and then it'll go into just pretty much a therapy session. Hey, like, you know what I mean? Or some good old guidance or advice. And you don't have to take it. Not to say that it's something that you have to accept or something necessarily that is true for everyone. If it's for you, it's for you. I leave it where it's at for those who, it's kind of like mints or candies in an office, a doctor's office. It's there at the table if you want it. You want some, you can have some. It's up to you. Nobody's forcing you to take a mint. Nobody's telling you to do that. So, but yeah, so we're going to do a love vibes reading, and I already know, like, I'm just bracing you. So every Tuesday, an intuitive therapist and a life coach, yes. That's a perfect description of these reads. They're not just tarot readings and just me pulling on some cards and reading the basic meaning alone. So I'm just letting you know what you're in for. So every Tuesday we're going to do tarot and heart therapy readings. Okay, every Tuesday. So Tarot Tuesday, it's tarot and heart therapy readings. So let's get in and see what's going on with the collective heart right now. Where is your heart? What's going on with you? Love energy, just heart chakra energy. Where's the state of the collective of those who I'm meant to speak to? Holy Spirit, I thank you. Ask for divine wisdom, divine truth, and clarity. Come through with the utmost clarity, truth, divine wisdom, and guidance. May our discernment be loud and clear. May we hear you. May we see in the eyes in the way that you want us to see. Cast down any vain imaginations, fears, doubts, insecurities, any soul ties, anything that's keeping us stuck in a cycle or loop that is not of our highest good. Please expose anything working against us, anyone working against us, anything or anyone that is not of our highest good. Call it as it is. Holy Spirit, use me as a divine vessel. I put all of my energy and my personal energy aside for the sake of this message and this reading. Please give me true prophecy, insight, and clarity and truth for this collective who is meant to receive it. May nothing come out of my mouth that is not instructed or guided by you, my angels and my ancestors who lovingly guide me and assist you. You are welcome. I thank you. Protect this live. Protect those who are meant to receive this message as well. Cover your children. Amen. Ashe. All right. Let's see what that card was. I put it back. But you have the leader card. Lead. And you have the master at the bottom of the deck, which is the devil card in this deck. So the emperor and the devil. What I'm getting is, this is pretty much, that cliche saying that you are the master of your destiny. Yes. To the extent like you can either tap into your divine energy, your divinity, to create the path or the destiny that is of your highest good, but you can also tap into your free will or that part of your lower nature and manifest from that place as well. But this is a heart that's blocked. This is a hardened heart. Spirit is wanting you to take back your power. Sometimes we give our power away to circumstances of things that have broken us. So this could be for some of you like a choice the Spirit is giving you. You have the wisdom, you have the tools, you have the insight. Certain things that you may be seeking or asking may be ahead of your time, maybe something that you're not ready to see or receive yet. So it's kind of like if you're in school and you're at a certain, let's say like the area of study, they have like different sections of that chapter or that area of study, and you might be skipping ahead, like you're learning about the Civil War, but you're trying to like skip steps, you know what I mean? You're trying to get into the civil rights movement. It's like, okay, let's talk about the Civil War first before we get into that. So Spirit is saying it's not that your answers are not coming to you or you're not going to get the answers you seek. It may be that you're not ready for certain things the Spirit is revealing to you, or that you want Spirit to reveal to you, that you're asking to be revealed. Let's see what else we got here. This energy. And for some of you in a love relationship, some of you are at a place where you're being encouraged. Might feel a little bit challenging to open your heart up to someone to lead you, or to be that leader. So if you are a feminine energy, maybe you're used to always taking the lead, calling the shots. Maybe you're used to, what's the right word? Like you're used to being extra independent in a sense where you're used to taking care of everything. And then once this masculine energy is coming into your life or has come into your life, it's going to be a challenge for you because you're breaking some type of pattern, right? You might be kind of set in a, what's the right word? Kind of set in your ways, like stubborn. The Emperor can be stoic at times, right? That's how he depicts it. He calls the shot. He is the leader. He is the head, right? So that hardened heart with the, what was it? The Master card at the bottom of the deck. It was the Devil card. His heart was hardened. And it's giving you the opportunity to open up your heart to receive and trust and feel safe and secure within a connection. Spirit is strengthening bonds or preparing you for a bond that will continue to strengthen. You might be used to connections that are burnt out real easily, real quickly, not really based on the right things. There's no stability. There's no clarity. There's no security, right? Sacral chakra energy is here. Some of you guys are clearing out trauma in okay, trigger warning before I say that. Sexual trauma. Some of you guys are clearing your sexual traumas. This kind of looks like a wound to me, like a space, a wound space, and the flowers, and there's a woman going through that portal. So I do feel like this represents something with sexual trauma. And not to get too deep into this, but some of you guys, this is your maternal bloodline where there might have been patterns of sexual, again, trigger warning, sexual abuse, okay? Or just maybe promiscuity at a young age, being awakened to sex at a very young age and things like that. And you're clearing these things out. Spirit is sending you someone that, for feminine energies at least, I'm going to get into the masculine energies and what I'm picking up. But for feminine energy, Spirit is sending you someone or has sent someone to you that is going to be that paternal, that divine masculine energy in your life and those around you, your future children. For some of you, if that's what your purpose or your calling is to also birth children into this world, children that you already do have, and kind of bringing some structure and bringing balance into your life. For those of you that are masculine energies, this is calling you to be a true leader, okay? You might have issues with feminine energy, tapping into your own, embracing your own, or being called into manhood, like true manhood. Not what society teaches you, that sleeping with 10 women makes you a man, or how much money you make makes you a man, or how you can control a woman, manipulate makes you a man. Like, no, that's not it. The feminine factor, the feminine energy, that balance that we all have within us is factored out. So for whoever this is for, take it as it resonates. But yeah, I'm not trying to call nobody out and say that you ain't a man, but sometimes we're not walking truly in our divine femininity or divine masculinity. And it's real out here in this modern, especially in Western society, like it's fucked up here. Our roles are all crazy. Um, so there's a balance, like where we've been taught that to be a gentle man, to be a someone that is for women and for children and a protector and a provider makes you a simp. We've been taught ass backwards. For women, you know, the feeling like we can't depend on a masculine figure, we have to be that. We kind of get stuck in that filter of being overly independent versus learning how to also operate in that femininity that is also gentle and also receptive. That word submissive is very triggering for a lot of us because it has been used it has been used as a weapon against women rather than it being like women submitting in a sense of honoring and respecting the right man to lead them, or the right divine masculine energy to lead them, rather than submitting, being in this place of where you're a subordinate, you're this prisoner, you're this peasant to a man. That's not what submissive means. And I know that that's what Western society is trying to teach women. It's a lot of stuff that we need to be cleared of and freed of. But this is a positive energy that's coming in, but Spirit saying the heart needs to be unhardened. Okay, the heart is hard in here. The opportunity beckons, yeah. So there is a masculine energy here. You have a number 4, just like the Emperor is number 4. The lead card is number 4. You have 4 of opportunity beckons, which is like the 4 cups in this deck. But I don't read these cards completely traditionally because they're not meant to be read traditionally. They're oracle cards. Yeah, someone is getting the opportunity here to either prepare for the love, that partnership, that divine feminine energy that you say that you want. If you're a masculine energy, this isn't going to be for everyone. I'm not speaking to, and maybe I am, if it be that you're a toxic ass masculine energy, you hate women low-key, you have a discrepancy with women, your own mother, because it usually stems from her, you have beef with women, you hate them. You want to control them. You only feel like a man if you can control, manipulate, hurt, cause heartbreak, cause chaos in a woman's life, then maybe I am talking to you. But there are some masculine energies that are a work in progress, that know that they need to do better and are working to be better. I hope I'm more so speaking to you guys, but whoever Spirit wants me to speak to, it's all love. If you apply it and you take it, if it resonates with you, because this is an opportunity to step up and be a leader, a true divine leader. Not being in that little boy energy. I don't care how big your dick is. I don't care how many women you smash. I don't care, like, if you have somebody that you feel like you got one up on because you broke her heart, or you broke this one's heart and you did this and you did that, or how much money you make, that does not make you a man. Sorry. Some men are just little boys walking around in man bodies, and they can be like 50 years old. But this is like a calling. Someone's being called to step up because there's purpose. There's purpose here. There's a purpose in a union. And you have your own purpose and calling, but there's a purpose in a divine union. I feel like this is for fire sign masculine energies with water in their chart as well. So you could be a fire sign, sun sign. Feminine energies, you could be fire and earth. I'm getting more so, but it doesn't have to be. I don't want to exclude anybody. Let's see. What else? Give me one more card, Spirit. Share the love is here with Seek the Truth. Share the love is like the 3 of Cups in this deck. And 7 of Seek the Truth is like 7 of Swords energy. So feminine energies, look, you're seeking the truth about your wounds are leading you to truth. You see how it kind of has a similar energy? It looks like a wound, it looks like a yoni that you're walking into. Kind of looks like the same woman as well in the Strengthening Bonds card. You're going through that deep, dark part of yourself, the lies that you've told yourself, you know, the painful lies, the things that you've said like, oh, I don't deserve this because this happened to me, or because I did this, or, you know, your past. You're holding yourself to your past, or things that have happened to you, or the things where someone could have had people that said things to you that were not true just to hurt you or speak down on you, things that are against the truth of who you truly are, who divine spirit called you to be, source God called you to be. they're speaking against that, calling you all kind of names. You're stupid, you're not good enough, you're a whore, you're this, you're that, like toxic things, things that are, and even if you feel like in your past you did things that were stupid, quote unquote, or dumb, or why did I do that, or oh, maybe I am a whore because I had a baby when I was 15, or whatever the case may be, right? Your spirit wants you to get into the truth of the matter so you can remove the veil, remove that, those false truths, right? Remove it. Share the love. I feel like can go both ways for both of feminine and masculine energies. See, that heart and heart is there, just like in the MasterCard. Remember I was saying it was like this, look like hard, looks like a rock kind of. It's starting to split open, and it's got this light radiating from it. It's got this purple light. So this is divine consciousness, divine awareness, intuitive knowing, that once you guys really see the truth of what spirit is doing in your life, or the benefit and the blessing that love brings, and you break through the delusions and the deceptions that you've told yourself through your pain, or in spite of your pain, your heart is going to start to open more. And maybe this is already something that's taking place, I feel like. But yeah, I feel like feminine energy, you're coming to the light of some sort of truth. I can't even talk. Some sort of truth within you that's been blocking love for you, or believing that you can have a stable foundation, a structured union with someone that is going to show up and love you, protect you, someone that you can trust and lean on, someone that's not going to use and abuse you, or take your kindness as a weakness, or your gentleness or your desire to love as a weakness or as a weapon against you. You may have been used to people like that have used you and said, oh, because I know people be thinking about me like that. Like, I've heard it so many times. It's funny. Like, sometimes we can be nice by default, and, you know, you got to be careful who you give your energy to. Be a kind person always. That's never going to change. Spirit doesn't want you to stop being a kind person because of the bad apples that spoiled everything, right? Not to give your power away to that energy, because people are going to be who they are. So for a person to think that taking a person's kindness as a weakness, as a power for them, as a power move for them, or that makes them better, or that makes them stronger, more powerful, they're a weak individual, right? They are preying off of your goodness. That's the evil energy. That's call it what it is. It's demonic, right? Demonic behavior, demonic character. Just because your girl is, you know, whatever you want to say, soft spoken or soft, or you think that, you know, that's the delusion that people have, where again, women were taught that being a certain type of way gets you hurt, right? You shouldn't be kind, you shouldn't be this, you shouldn't be that, because if you're hard, if you're a bitch, you get respect. And yes, I do agree that to some extent you gotta be that bitch, right? But when it comes to being the manipulative one, the one that is like the bully, or you become, you know, the spiteful, resentful type woman, that's not powerful. Getting one up over people and bullying everybody around, like, no, you a weak bitch. And I know women like that. You have to grow out of that energy. It's safe for you to be vulnerable with the right people. The problem is that we've been giving ourselves away to the wrong people. Whether that's friends, whether that's lovers, whatever. So there's a lot of healing in this, and the deep root, of course, the sacral chakra came out, but I'm feeling more heart chakra energy as well. A lot of healing in the heart chakra. Can I get some clarity on the Emperor? What's up with this Emperor? What's up with this Emperor? Yeah, you can always tell when a woman has been hurt and abused. And I'm gonna get on the men in a second, but for my sisters, you can always tell when a woman has been hurt and abused, because she's very spiteful. She doesn't like feminine women either. She competes with them. It's like, oh, your gentleness is a weakness. You soft. You're this. You're that. You're too weak. And it's like it's funny. It's a game to them to kind of play on that a little bit, talk down to you, make you feel inadequate, because there's a part of them that does not feel secure in their divine femininity. So whatever man or whoever hurt them or broke them, and it manifests in this place where even where that broken woman will also take advantage of men. That's the I'm gonna get money. Men ain't nothing worth but money. They're no good for nothing else but money or maybe sex. That's it. F men get money type thing. That type of mentality is toxic. Um, and it can also manifest as well as allowing men to abuse and take advantage of them, because that's where they find their validation and worth. They despise their fellow women, their fellow counterpart women, their sisters, and they want to appease their more male identified. You could tell the brokenness of a woman that acts like that too. For a man, you could tell that he's broken and wounded because everything that he says is like he hates women in a sense. It's like women are lesser than, women can't do this, women can't do that, or they abuse women that are more, let's say, gentle or kind or nurturing, because they don't know how to receive that. They more so identify with their match of those broken women that like to manipulate, that like to bully people around, that like to use people, manipulate, narcissistic type feminine energies. They resonate with that more. They don't know how to receive that. And my sis Tori just sent this video to me, and it's so true. It's funny because we had this conversation like a few weeks ago that sometimes a man is not going to be receptive to a nurturing feminine energy because they're used to the toxic. They chase more after the toxic feminine energy. They're more validated. They feel more comfortable in that space with that type of feminine because maybe their own mother was that way, or their own mother was the opposite, and maybe they resented her because they saw how maybe she was mistreated. You know, they saw that it was a weakness. Oh, she kept giving my dad chances after chances, or her boyfriend chances or chances, or my stepdad chances after chance. So I don't want a woman like that. That's a weak woman. I want someone that is bossy, that's like the opposite. It's not a healthy balance, right? So it can be on those extremes, or it could be that what it's really truly simp behavior. Simp behavior is not a man being vulnerable and telling a woman how he feels, or showing up in a relationship, being a provider in many different ways, not just materialistically. But a simp is someone that pays for a woman's time and attention, like in a way of like, you feel like you have to earn a woman's love and trust, much like a woman that will go to the end of the earth for a man that's not giving that back to her, that's not reciprocating that same love and affection back. She's giving of herself freely to earn that man's love, right? So men can earn women's love. Some of them, it could be deeper than just spending money on a woman, but it's self-sacrificing time and time again for people that do not appreciate you and disrespect you and stomp all over you to earn that person's love. If you're working to earn a person's love, then that means that you don't love yourself. You feel like you have to find or seek that approval in somebody else. So this is like the healing of hearts. Like I said, this is heart therapy. Six of Swords wanted to come out to clarify this Emperor. This Emperor is clearing and moving past this. I'm not speaking to those toxic men, those red pill type men, those incel ass men. I'm not talking to you, because you're not going to be able to receive this until you work through your heart chakra. This message is going to trigger you to no end. For those men that are working through that, I feel like this is a work in progress energy. You're moving through something. You're moving through clarity. For feminine energies, this represents you also moving through clarity, so that when that time comes for you to I was about to say unite, but I guess if you never met your person, because some of you might have a particular person in mind, and I can't say for sure that that's who it is, because this is a real man energy, like what I'm picking up. And you have the sun. Yeah, you're moving into a more positive energy. You can maybe sense or feel, it's kind of like the sunset or the sunrise. It's like, I'm feeling like this is sunrise energy because the sun is right after it. So you're moving out of a dark energy, coming out of the night and moving into the morning, the new beginning. You're moving into a brighter season, and you can sense that to a certain degree. You might still be working through some heavy energies, but you're starting to sense this new energy on the horizon when it comes to your love life. Something is changing for you. And you got the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So I also feel like this represents spiritual awakening as well, and the healing of your heart, the overflow to receive that. Can you imagine somebody that's only been trained to swim at a 5 foot level in a pool, um, being told to go swim in the ocean with no life jacket, how scary that would be. How scary would that be? Yes. That would be pretty freaking scary. So if you've been used to connections that are very surface level and that's all you've experienced, you've been taught to love in a specific way that is not really requiring much depth or much vulnerability, or you showing up in a connection in spite of your fears and be like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to put my best foot forward. Instead of doing that, you're used to kind of being in those surface level connections where you had to prove of them that I'm worthy, love me, or people that were like, well, prove to me why you're worthy, but still don't love you enough, or whatever you do in spite of your best efforts, it's never good enough for these people. And it doesn't have to just be romantically. This can stem from childhood, and it's tough to go there, but it is what it is. A lot of us have experienced our first trauma in family dynamics. Our love patterns are mirrored after our parents sometimes, right? Or our environment, or to add on top of that, media. Pop culture is very influential for a lot of people. So there's that. Those false standards of love that there's no, some of us have Disney perspectives of love. Like, a person can't have flaws. God forbid this person does something that ticks you off. The difference between that, though, is like a person can tick you off, but if you communicate to them that was hurtful, that was hurtful to me, that, that did this and that. If a person cares about you, they're going to work not to do that again, not to hurt you again. A person that doesn't give a fuck about you, they'll continue to do things to hurt you because they don't care. They don't care to correct things. They don't care about your feelings, right? So you get into this ocean level of love, which there's no realms around. You know how a pool, it has its structure, right? There's nothing to hold on to when you're in the ocean, unless you on a surfboard or some shit. But you're out there, no life jacket, no floaties, no surfboard. That is scary because you're not used to that level of love. But some of our parents taught us this way, right? I don't know about y'all, but some of our parents or grandparents just threw us in the pool, right? I know a lot of, I don't know, I can only speak for some black kids, but like maybe even some Latino kids, like just get in the water, just go in the water, just throw you in there. And that's how you learn to swim. So you don't always have to experience it like, oh, I'm not going to do that until I know it's safe. No, sometimes you do got to jump in the water and learn how to swim. So learning to swim on that level of depth is scary. So I get it. I understand. We're working through that. We're all works in progress. Shit. None of us are perfect. None of us are perfect. All right. Not to get too heavy, but I really want to tap into the sacral chakra real quick. Why is it here? The Magician and Justice. Yeah. Have you ever heard of when certain chakras are blocked, it blocks your manifestation? Like the sacral chakra, sexual energy. Sacral chakra is not just the sexual energy center, but it is a part of it. So sexual energy can be very powerful, right? When a man and woman comes together, they create a seed, they create a child. A woman births the child. A human being is birthed out of your womb, right? Out of your body. That's powerful creation. And on an energetic level, it can also be very healing. It can revitalize you with the right person. Certain sexual acts are lower vibrational. Certain sexual acts are high vibrational. The type of partner that you're with, your energy, that all matters, right? You can manifest through that. People can manifest just with themselves tapping into that sexual energy. You don't have to necessarily, do what you do with yourself, but just tapping into that vibration when you're tapping into the energy of sex, or you're in that state where you feel that sexual energy intensity, you can take it a step further and manifest with it, right? So some of you guys, your sacral chakra is blocking your ability to manifest from a passion, from your creativity. There's a block there. But the Magician and the Justice card. But I see this balancing out, though. It's not like, because I feel like for those of you that are watching this, you're a work in progress. Like, you're actually really doing the work. I'm not speaking to those that are just like, I don't know, making excuses for everything and don't want to better themselves and blaming the world on their problems and blaming this person and that person. And like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell those type of people. I don't have nothing for you. You know, these are people that take accountability. The energy that I'm speaking of are people that take accountability and are working through it. Are we perfect people? No, we're not perfect. No one's perfect. But willingness is what makes a person. And I do get that there's masculine energies that are already ready and equipped for feminine energy, because I feel like I'm speaking to a feminine energy when I say this. Like, there's someone that's already ready for you. They're already operating in their divine masculinity. If this is a masculine watching energy, like for those that are masculines that resonate with this, you're still working through tapping into that divine masculine energy within yourself and fully showing up. Let's see what the calling is. That's what I want to know. That's what I'm curious about. Let's see what the calling, this opportunity beckons, is about. I want to see. Put some of these cards to the side. What is this opportunity beckons about? Yeah, if this reading is resonating with you guys, please show it some love. Like, don't just have me out here just, you know what I mean? Like, show some love if this really truly resonates. And share this reading with someone if you feel like it may benefit them. I would greatly appreciate that. All right, opportunity beckons. Ooh. Spirit. What is this opportunity beckons? What is this calling? This masculine's. Okay. 6 of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. Two of Wands. Ace of Cups. Yeah, I might have said what I said for a reason, where someone feels like they have to pay for someone's love, like to earn their love, like money. There's someone that discards. I'm getting like, this is all for the sake of healing, okay? Whoever, you know, these masculines are, like, this is all in love. And this is to get you free, okay? Just like the feminine energies, is to get everybody free. I'm getting this energy of you guys tend to, it could be a particular specific woman, but you feel like you have to pay. And you're more drawn to women that discard you and discard other men, maybe even women. They'll take whoever. This person could be a bisexual woman. They don't care. Whoever's giving them attention, whoever is paying for their time and attention. I'm getting OnlyFans. So some of you guys may be thinking that you can be capped to save a hoe. Like, this woman could be someone that doesn't want love. They're not looking for love. But you, just like women, when we fall for the bad boy and we think that we could be that good girl that can fuck them into being a good man, or cook our way into them being a good man, or showing up and self-sacrificing them into being a good man, it's not going to work until they actually want to be that. You're not going to be able to flip a coin and say, oh, you be this person one day, you be someone else today. You're not going to be able to do that. And I see a lot of men do that. Why do we want the bad boy or the bad girl? Because there's wounding there. Why are you attracted to somebody that's not showing up? Why don't you go to someone that's available to you? Someone that will show up for you. Why aren't you interested in people that would be available, lovingly available to you, and show you the respect that you deserve rather than trying to earn it? Oh, she on a stripper pole, you know, she just sees me as a money bag, but I want her because you're in lust with her, or you're in lust with him, or you like the idea of what they, you know, that part of them that may feed your flesh, may feed your ego or your trauma. So you want to flip it and be like, let me play house with this person. Let me play Barbie doll with this person, or Ken doll, and dress them up how I want them to. It's not going to work. You can't change this person. They care about their shmoney. They're not interested in love. They're not interested in love. This is somebody that's about their money. Like, I'm telling you, like, this is somebody that's, they look good. I get why. They look good. They look good on paper. They got a nice body. Some of them, they might be professionals. Something that they got going on. But this is not somebody that's looking for love. They have fans. Why am I getting OnlyFans? I don't know why. I don't know who's in love with the OnlyFans chick, but you need to probably reject, you know, fix your life. You know what I'm saying? You might want to reevaluate some things. Not saying that every girl on OnlyFans does not want love or doesn't, you know, have that. Some of them, it truly is just a hustle. And for others, it's like, I don't give a fuck about no man. Like, that's not what I'm about. I'll use whoever will give me what I want. Right? But this is just that type of energy. Doesn't have to only be about money. Could be about time. Could be about giving too much. And this is somebody that steps on you with her stilettos. Like, she wearing Louis Vuittons. It ain't bloody just because of the shoe bottom. Like how they red because she done stepped on your neck. Like, she doesn't care. She stepped on your chest with her heels. Some of y'all into that kinky shit. But this person right here, they're not available to love. You have to reevaluate why you're attracted to certain women or feminine energies that you're attracted to. Why do you want the women that don't want you? Let's take it there. And I could say this for women as well. Why do you want to go after someone that's not giving to you? That essentially showing you they don't really want you. They'll take what you can give. This is the thing. Like, what's fucked up about some people is they won't tell you to stop. Like, some people will. They'll tell you, they'll let you know, and then it's free game for you, right? Where they tell you, I'm not looking for anything, or I'm not interested, or you're not my type, or whatever. If they're that straightforward. Some people are that straight up, right? But you're like, no, I want what I want. I'm going to continue. I'm going to try to get this person. I'm going to work my way to get this person to love me. You don't love yourself when you're doing that. That looks like you're begging for someone's time and attention. Energetically, that's what it looks like. And to a person, if this is someone that is a user or someone that likes whatever you're giving, they're not gonna tell you to stop, even though they told you what it was. This has happened to me before. Somebody told me I'm not looking for anything, and I still was trying to work to get his attention. Every time we saw each other, every time we met up, he would still play into the flirty game instead of being like, you know, no, I said what I said. It's like he still liked the attention. So I had to break that and say, you know what? No, this is not mutual. This dude cancels plans on me. He does this. Like, I'm not doing that. He liked the whole toxic feminine energy too. Like, so that's within itself is like, this dude is wounded. You're both wounded. It's not going to work. So for men, like, you want someone because of the aesthetic and how she looks, but she's rotten on the inside, but you still want her, like, you're still working for her. She's going to take what she can get. If she's a money hungry bitch, she's going to take that money. She's not going to tell you to stop. This is a dangerous game on both ends. Because you're lying to yourself, and this woman is playing a dangerous game with someone's heart. Like I said, she steps on people's heart with her stilettos. And it may not be that these people are cruel. People can genuinely not be interested in you, but it's up to you to stop. Like, no, you can't force someone to love you. Men and women, you cannot do that. What are you trying to prove? Why do you have to prove love? Probably because that was what you were taught as a child. A lot of us probably went through that, right? Where nothing we did for our parents or whoever was good enough, the school, we felt like we had to overachieve just to get a little attention, time and attention from our parents. These are abandonment issues that we're talking about. So when you get into love relationships, what do? You get into these connections where you try to earn love. Love me. And you want the person that's emotionally unavailable because it mirrors back to you what you experienced as a child, where maybe that parent wasn't available to you. They didn't have time. So you go out looking for that person that kind of feeds that trauma in you. It makes sense to you. It feels comfortable. Even though it's painful, in a sense, it's comfortable. It's familiar to you. Familiar spirits. So to get even more deeper with that, work through that abandonment. Break that spirit of abandonment, that orphan spirit, and that connection to those familiar spirits, people that are emotionally unavailable. I break and cut ties with emotional unavailability. I break ties with narcissistic abuse. Whatever it is, like, get to the nitty gritty of what that familiar spirit is that you're attached to. Why you're still connected to that energy. Why do you resonate with it so much? Ace of Wands, Two of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. You're being called to masculine energies to really figure out where you're headed, where you're going within yourself. Like, where is my true passion lie? Where is my heart really desire? And I'm not talking about your lustful desires, but what fills your spirit, what fills your soul up. This might be a little bit of homework, because you're tapping into your heart. For those of you that have lived only in your sacral chakra, You only live in your mind, your head. You don't allow yourself to live in the heart space. You don't allow yourself to operate in the heart space. This might be a little bit challenging for masculines right now. Let's see what's coming in for you, feminine. And then see. What's coming in for the Divine Feminine Collective, Holy Spirit? What's coming in for them in love, in particular? What is this? Healing begins, number 6. So it's like the 6 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Share the love came out again. Control, which is the Strength card. Simply love, which is like the 6 of Cups. Change your focus. Number, I think this is the 5 of Cups. Yeah, 5 of change your focus. 5 of Cups energy. The Master came out finally. From the bottom of the deck to coming out on the table. Progression. You have confront, which is number 18, which is like the Moon card. So it's coming in for you. It's an opportunity for you to, I feel like you're going to, like Spirit is, in other words, going to throw you kind of into the ocean so that you can learn how to swim and learn how to operate in a healthy way in love with someone. It could be, you know, or just within yourself. Like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to embrace love. I'm going to be open to it. Where some of you, it may be with another person that Spirit's coming, you know, going to throw you in the ocean so you can get to know love. Experience that depth of love. With the Control card, your higher self is guiding and in control, okay? Even if you don't feel it, even if you can't see it, some Divine Feminines, you have to work on your self-esteem as well. Sometimes you know, if your head is down, you're not going to be able to see what's going on around you. If your head is down, you're definitely not going to see a good thing when it presents itself to you. So you have to have your head, keep your head up. Have more confidence in yourself. Know who you are. This gives me feminine warrior energy. Have that confidence within yourself. Know that you are capable, that you do deserve, you can have. There's someone that's going to, if you have a son, I just smiled. Aw, whoever has a son, this person is going to love your son. Simply, unconditionally love your son. They may see themselves in your son. They're going to teach them things of value and wisdom. You see that book is enlightened with green energy. It's like heart chakra. So, and if it be that maybe you don't have a son, this person I feel like is going to be a good father, a good parent to your children, if that's what you guys are manifesting, or that's your destiny, what you have ahead for you. And maybe you have a girl, or you have girls and boy children. This person, nonetheless, they're going to be a good father, really good father figure. And that could be someone's prayers. That's a definite thing. And I feel like also too, there's a masculine that is fully aware of their inner child, like healing their inner child. They may also have a good relationship with their own father as well. Like their father taught them well. Okay. Like I said, for some of you feminines, like there's a masculine that's already operating in his divine divine femininity and divine masculinity that's ready for you. Already ready for you. You have changed your focus, 5 of Cups energy. So yeah, Spirit is like, for some, you do have to pull yourself out of that pessimistic mindset and change your focus, that you can have what you want. Because Spirit is working on freeing the heart. Like, take your power back. Don't allow your pains to have governance over you and power over you anymore. This could be someone getting Capricorn energy. Could be a Capricorn masculine energy that has kind of controlled your heart for too long. This is someone that you feel like is holding your heart captive, or Spirit is telling you there's someone you got to release. You have to forgive this person. Whoever they are, forgive them. Free your heart of this person, because they're blocking you. They're blocking your heart. The Confront card, okay? There's someone, I don't know if Spirit is wanting you to know about whoever this Capricorn energy is, or it could be someone you have karmic energies, karmic ties, something with Saturn, maybe Saturn placement that is relevant to you. There's karmic ties to this person. And I feel that this person, I don't know why I'm getting this. This could be just something you want to know. What you don't see is this person is dealing with their inner child, or that is their karma. They have to face some type of childhood trauma that they've been avoiding, but I don't see it as a bad karma actually. But that could be for them like something that it's the last thing that they want to do. That's the last thing that they want to confront or face is this childhood trauma, but they have to. They must. Okay, they could even be a Pisces, Saturn. But yeah, I'm getting Capricorn energy as well. So what is coming in love for Divine Feminine? Divine Feminines in love for her four. Okay. See what you got. You have poison, harmful and destructive. Land of Love, which is the balcony. This is a Romeo and Juliet deck. So some of the references are to, well, all of it is in reference to Romeo and Juliet. You have Kiss, the sublimation of love, eternal loyalty, noble sacrifice. Step forward, accelerate, bring forward, and make progress. So in order to get to that place that you want in love, you have to address the poisons. You have to extract the poison that you've taken on. Okay, the things that you believed for yourself that aren't true. The connections that you've taken on. This poison represents like when Romeo and Juliet, one of them, like, I can't remember what happened and why they did what they did. I guess one of them thought that they couldn't be with the other one, so they drunk the poison, and the other one thought the other one was, you know, gone, out of here, deceased, whatever. So they drunk it, and then they ended up really being dead. I think it was Romeo that really ended up being dead, and then Juliet woke up and noticed he was. So she had to do what she did. So you don't have to, that's extreme. That's an unhealthy, toxic type of relationship. If it's something that is destructive and toxic to you, and you're saying to yourself, I can't live without this, it has to be this, it has to be that, it has to be this person, knowing that it is not healthy for you, there's still some poison that needs to be extracted from you. Because there's someone that I feel like wants to show up for you. Sometimes we can give our energy, like I said previously, we can give our energy to the wrong people. And we feel like we have to work them into loving us. It should never go that way. Love is not something you earn. Love just is. It's something that's free. It's not something that you have to prove of yourself. That's not real love. That's conditional love. So the Kiss card, yeah, this is both of them laying, you know, after they took the poison. So, hey, like, that sacrifice, that giving too much of yourself to the point where it's detrimental to you is not healthy. That's not a healthy love. And that's why I say sometimes some of the shit that we be watching, we be thinking is cute. Like, oh my God, like, I want to love like that, where we're so toxic, where if we can't live without each other, we're going to drink some poison. Like, that's toxic. Like, what the fuck is that? That Romeo and Juliet, and they were kids. That's what is even more scary. I think they were teenagers. That's way worse. You know what I mean? So, no. You're breaking free of these types of connections and bonds. With the step forward card, there is someone that wants to step forward. There is someone available for you. Maybe you haven't met them yet, okay? But their energy is there somewhere in the background, somewhere hidden. So I'm going to tap into masculine, what's coming for you briefly, because I didn't want to make this reading so long. And I have something for you guys at the end if you guys want to stick around. I have something for you. All right. Let's see. Divine masculine energies, or just masculine. Let's not be too dramatic now. Because, like I said, I'm hearing work in progress. Okay. Heal. Yeah. Of course. Heal. The Star card. You're not going to be able to fully understand your purpose or your path, or even really discover what that is, until you break free of the shackles around you. There's this healing, and again, your heart chakra. If you're not coming from the heart, you're not doing nothing. You ain't about that life until you break and crack that heart chakra open. Awaiting results in reverse with the Seven of Swords. Some of you guys could be dealing with someone right now and you're hoping that this person will wait for you. They're not waiting on you. The awaiting results card is in reverse. It's really not. Children are the most powerful, most purest energies. So it's not just for children, but, you know, nice try, though. Conditional love is weak. It shows that you lack discipline, that you fear love. So conditional love is unhealthy, no matter what you've been taught. But that's how you operate. That's how you operate. You're not going to really experience too much in life by living that way. Doesn't serve you. We can all learn something from children. Children are very powerful. Very, very powerful. Anyway, so you have the Master card here. Again, the heart chakra is blocked. Anytime, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is why I'm saying what I'm saying, you guys. You can lie to yourselves every day. You can lie to yourself every day. But the truth is, you guys, like, when you operate from that place where your heart is closed off and it's blocked, you're really miserable. You're coming from a place of fear. Fear has got you by the neck, got you by the D, got you by the P, whatever. It's got you. It's got you in a chokehold. You're the master of your own emotions. I feel like we have to discern what's weak and what's strength. If it's something that you do just to make yourself feel comfortable and safe, where you don't want to hurt yourself, you're a coward. Sorry to say, that's cowardly. Because there's no guarantee in this lifetime. There's good and bad things that happen. You can't live your life by playing it safe. And I'm not saying to just be frivolous and just be crazy and jump off of buildings without regard. But certain things, we're not living as long as we're like, oh, I can't do that, or oh, I'm not going to do that. Oh, I'm scared to get my heart broken. Like, you're not living your life. The heart chakra is the gateway to the higher chakras. Point blank, period. Exactly. We talked about that. I say this all the time. A lot of times people will never experience genuine connections. And I'm not just talking about romance at this time. But we're talking about love and romance and other areas of healing, of course. But you're never going to experience genuine connections by living in fear. And this is what I've learned. And am still learning. But a lot of people will never experience true love in this lifetime, not because it's not because they're not deserving of it. It's not that they can't have it. It's because they don't have the courage to show up and say, I will allow myself to be in that. It's easier to be in toxic connections. You're never, ever, 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 ever going to experience life and true pure love by playing it safe. Play in the kiddie pool. Have fun over there. Some of us want to swim in the ocean. Some people are scared of the ocean. I get it. I understand. There's a lot of shit in the ocean. Some fear drowning. Some fear sharks. Some fear just seaweed, whatever. Like, or you don't like the taste of water. I get it. Some people are afraid of the pool. Period. But if you don't swim, you don't get into that space, that depth, you just play it safe, play it vulnerable. Oh, I'm just going to be with this person because it's safe. They got money. I have a place to live. Or I just, the status quo, they look good. And, I want my family to think that I got it going on and this and that. Or my boys, look who I bagged. Like, or you tell yourself you don't want love. Love is for fools. Love is stupid. You keep lying to yourself. Like, people be lying all day, every day. And I know, because I used to do that. I had this saying. I used to say this all the time. Maybe it's just meant for me to help people with love, and it's not meant for me to be in a healthy relationship. Maybe it's not meant. Maybe I'm just being... That's a fucking lie. That is a lie from the pits of hell. Like, that is a fucking lie. A whole ass lie. That is me trying to keep myself safe. That is me trying to lie to myself to comfort myself into not believing or trusting that I could have it because I don't believe or I didn't believe that I could or that I was deserving. I'm looking at my circumstances. That's why we cop out. That's why I say it's cowardly. I don't care what nobody says. You're a fucking coward. Sorry. Like, it is what it is. We all have fears. But I don't like when people say things like, oh, love is this and it's fake and oh, y'all just like, stop. You're lying to yourself because you don't want to show up and play the game. And when I say play the game, not play games, but you don't want to participate with life. You don't have the courage to really believe that you deserve love. That's why a lot of people settle. And that's why a lot of people are not happy. They marry the wrong motherfuckers. They marry the wrong person. They have kids with the wrong person and they feel stuck and they feel trapped. A real healthy relationship will never make you feel like you're stuck or you're trapped. Never. You'll have your days. You're not going to like each other all the time. But just the flat out, like, people lie to themselves all day. I don't have time for it. Y'all can philosophize all day. We can go all day with this. At the end of the day, there's no guarantee that you're not going to get hurt. Even if the person doesn't intend to hurt you. A friend or family member. Our family is our blood, and they still hold the capacity to hurt our feelings, even if they don't want to. There's no guarantee of that. And that's why I say kids are so powerful and so brave, because they don't think about that shit. They'll dance in the middle of the street. They ain't thinking about who's looking at them and who's laughing at them. They don't give a fuck. They'll tell you like it is. They'll tell you that dress looks crazy on you. You need to take that off. Or they'll say, mommy did this. Like, they'll tell, they're very honest. And when they love, they're very loving to the right people. You notice how discerning kids are. They won't hug certain people. They don't like certain people around them. But one thing they will do when they love a person, they're very huggy, touchy-feely. Let's play together. Like, kids are very powerful. And we can learn something from kids. Like that pure energy when they're like in their infant to like toddler stage, or like maybe even like kindergarten and first grade. Very powerful. But yeah, we're not doing this. Let's get back to the read. Tap back in. Alright. So for masculine energies that resonate with this, work in progress, let's see what is coming in for love. I do see just more healing, okay? Someone is not going to wait on you, okay, to get it together. I don't know if this is like specific to someone, but this person's not going to wait on you to get it together, okay? You could be in a relationship already, because that's kind of the feeling that I'm getting, or someone that you've been romantically involved with that you have not given them clarity about what you guys are, or what is to be, what's ahead. This person knows that you fear commitment, but I'm just getting like this person has invested a lot of energy. I don't know who this is for. This person's not going to do that. And I feel for some of you, if this resonates with you, masculine energy, you might try to measure women up to your mother, or kind of make them play this role of like maybe what you wanted your mother to be, or how you wanted your mother to treat you. And when they don't do that, or if you don't feel that security, like they're going to put up with your shit, you may just leave them in the dust, or you don't give them clarity. But this person's not waiting. I don't know. They're just not waiting. They're not waiting. Confessions of love. Say I love you. Poison, harmful and destructive. Both feminine and masculine energy got the same card. Pacify, reassure, persuade, clarify, identify. Yep. Spirit is saying like, why you withholding, because some of you may really genuinely love whoever this feminine is, that you could be dealing with them romantically in a relationship, or you're just some type of situationship where you're sleeping together, you stay at each other's house, all of that stuff, play boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever, but there's no actual, there's no title. And when I say no title, like Are we boyfriend, girlfriend? Are we dating? Are we engaged? Are we going to, there's some, whatever the level of your connection is, there's some type of lack of clarity of what it is. There's a lack of clarity. So you may want to tell this person that you love them, or they're waiting for you to tell them how you feel or if you love them, but your destructive, your harmful energy, your poisonous nature that tries to, you want someone to reassure you. You want someone to pacify. Didn't I say something about mommy wounds? It's something with that. This person is not going to be able to reassure you, persuade, just like a woman, if you're insecure, like, and I'll just use this as an example because this was me. I sought that validation, like, from someone. I wanted them to constantly tell me that they're not doing anything, that they're truly only focused on me and all this shit. And that gets tiring for somebody. That's not fair to somebody that's genuinely there to show up for you, right? To constantly have to reassure you and pacify you. They're going to resent you for that later on. No one can tell you to have confidence in yourself. So in this instance with this masculine energy, I'm getting like this person is not going to be able to reassure you into being comfortable with loving someone. It's not going to happen that way. They're not going to be able to do that. That's where your own discernment, your own courage to say, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to trust this. I'm going to, if I really love this person, then I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to tell them how I feel. Because we all have fears. How many of us have overcome fears? I used to be scared as fuck as roller coasters. But they got to a point where I'm like, fuck it, what am I afraid of? Like, just get on the goddamn roller coaster, for real. Like, just get on it. So there's times where you're going to have to master your fear by moving through your fear. No one's going to be able to reassure you. This person is not going to shape your identity and mold you and tell you how you should be as a man. That is not going to happen. Just like it is for women. Like, a man is not going to be able to show you your worth and your true identity. Only you can find that within yourself and in Source God. Even if you get married, that is not going to validate your existence. It just doesn't. Because you're a whole person before you got married and when you were single. You're you. I was just watching this video last night. What's it called? What's her name? Megan Good's ex-husband, Devon Franklin. He did this whole speech, and it was like, goodness gracious. Like, he said something so profound, and it might not be profound to y'all, but it was to me. But he was like, married people are still single, and not from a perspective of single, like dating single, but you're still a whole single person. You're still an individual, even with your partner. The twos come together and make it greater, but even with or without that marriage or being in a relationship or whatever, you're still a single individual. You were birthed alone, you'll die alone, right? So you all you have is you. Even when you have family, you have friends, we all have our own separate identities. That's another thing with unconditional love. Conditional love says you got to show up, you got to play this role, you got to be this for me, you got to be that. Unconditional love is none of that. It's none of that. It's free. It's free game. Free. It is what it is. So for some of you, whoever this is for that resonates, like, I have to say this again. I say this all the time. No one can give you your identity or validate your worth or take your identity or take your worth from you truthfully and honestly, because they didn't give it to you. They didn't birth you. They did not create you. Right? And I say birth, even though our mothers birthed us, but like, they did not bring you into existence in a sense like, yeah, your mother gave life to you, but you were already a thought, a plan, an idea, a concept, or whatever. You were already supposed to be in existence. So your identity is not shaped around programming. Oh, you should be this, and oh, you got to be like that, and only this and only that. Like, that's not how it works. No one is going to be able to take that from you. They can't. They don't have the power to do that. I don't care how many names they call you, how they treat you. They have no power, no say-so in who your identity, who you are, who you were called to be, whether you're worth it or you're not worth it. No amount of money, no amount of smarts, no amount of beauty, no matter what, whatever, does not take or add onto your worth or your value. You're valuable as you are. And I know that sounds crazy to some people. Because when we come into this world, into this life, like we just start, you know, the programming. Here comes the programming. Here comes the conditioning. Our life experiences kind of shape us and mold us. And that's why sometimes when you do self-work, healing work, it's challenging because you're stripping yourself of all of those lies that were told to you or the lies that you told yourself based off of life experiences, all the gunk, all the junk. You're having to strip yourself of all of that. That's why it hurts so much. That is why it hurts so much. You're going in and you're deprogramming, you're clicking clear all, delete, like you have to go through that process and it's not easy. And now you're learning a new story, or you're learning rather the truth of who you are. And it feels foreign to you. It feels a little scary. You might be like, oh, this ain't, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. Maybe I'm just fooling myself. Maybe I am really this and that. When you do the work, it's not easy, I'm telling you. It is not easy. And if you do your work, you know it's not easy. You know it's not. Even just slightly touching on something that is painful, you like, I don't even know if I want to even touch this. But the thing is, every human deserves love. Some people, like, I get it, like bad people that do bad things, even they deserve grace. If these people are truly available for love, they deserve it too. Might not be from you, like that means that you gotta forgive them per se, or I wouldn't suggest not forgiving people, but doesn't necessarily mean that you have to fuck with them. You know what I mean? Somebody else will love them as they are. You can forgive and move on, but everybody deserves love at the end of the day. Just because you don't like somebody or whatever, they did something to you, doesn't necessarily mean that that person is unworthy of love. Hard to believe, right? I know. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Stop wasting your time on people that don't see you, don't hear you, don't want to hear you, don't want to see you, don't want to whatever. Like, they're not your person. They're not for you. They are not for you. And you'll stay in that place of despair the longer you try to, wait for someone to show up, wait for somebody to be that what you want them to be and to love you. You're never going to experience that true love until you let go of what's showing you that it doesn't love you back, that doesn't respect you back. I'm not saying this to hurt nobody's feelings. Anything that I've said tonight is just pure, unfiltered, and it's not meant to hurt anybody. We have to be honest and real with ourselves. Why do we want people to love us that don't hold the capacity to do that? That's like you're blocking your blessing. Like, get out of the way. Like, you gotta get out of my way. Like, why are you here? That's kind of how you have to see it. Or why am I allowing this person to take up space? Like, get out of here. Like, you taking the place of the person that's for me. I seen this funny ass meme on Instagram. It was like, if you're not trying to date me or whatever, then get out of my way. You blocking my husband. Literally. Like, who has time for all of that? If someone is showing you that they're not interested, don't take it personal. It's not. Look at it from a spiritual perspective, a higher perspective. This person is not into me, or I'm not their type, whatever, and they're rejecting me. Cool. You're not my person. The person that's for me, they're not going to reject me. That's just showing me that it's not them. You don't got to get all personal. Oh, well, he didn't like me back. Oh my God. Or she did this. And like, just cut it. Like, we're grown-ups. We're not babies. We're not toddlers on a preschool field pulling each other's hair and shit. Like, they don't like you or they don't want you or they can't show up for you, it hurts. Yes, especially. And that's why you got to be very discerning of who you give your time and your energy to. Once you vow to show up in a connection, like I said, there's no guarantee that someone is going to love you back. When you see that someone does not honor or respect what you guys have or whatever, or they don't stand in their truth or their word, or they're playing games with you, or they're simply just telling you straight up, I'm not looking for anything, I'm just dating, I'm just looking to have fun, but you're like, oh, I can change their mind because they just haven't met the right woman. Why waste your time, sis? They told you what it was. That was your cue to go. That was your cue to go. But why is it that way? Because there's something inside of us that seeks that validation or feels like we have to earn the love. Why do we have to earn the love? You don't. You know, when you vibe with people, like friends, where you guys are like probably still to this day, thick as thieves. You guys can go through different challenges in life. You guys can go without talking to each other. But when you guys catch back up, it's like nothing, no time has been missed. And those are genuine connections because you vibe, you resonate with each other in spite of your differences. Like it's a mutual respect. You still have your identity. You can still be your own person. Live your own life. But when you're trying to love the wrong people, it always feels like a sacrifice. You got to slice parts of yourself off. And, I can't be my goofy self because they're telling me I'm corny or I'm lame, or I can't be nice, or I can't be kind because they're telling me it's weakness or they're trying to abuse it. They don't like the way that I sing, or they're making fun of me. Like, if you can't be your authentic self with people, they are not your people. They're not your people. Your brothers and sisters probably get on your nerves. They probably have things about them that are freaking annoying, but you love the shit out of them. You love them as they are. Why would you settle for people that don't love you as you are? Why? When you can have people that genuinely show up for you. You have to ask yourself, why am I doing this to myself? Stop pointing the finger and the blame on the other person, because at some point we got to take accountability and be like, why am I accepting this? It's not enough. Oh, because I love him, because I love her. Do you really? Because if you say that you love this person and it requires you to not love yourself, then that's not really love, sis, or bruh, whatever. It's not really love. It's not. It is not love. Call it what you want it. Have fun with the twin flames and all that shit, whatever you resonate with. But like I said, like I don't, not lying. I can't lie to y'all. I can't sugarcoat the shit. I cannot. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But because I know it's hard to hear somebody say you're not loving yourself enough, because it's like, oh, fuck you, I love myself. But certain areas, not always. Like, when we get to the place where we accept that we're not perfect and we're not supposed to be perfect, the better we'll accept ourselves and others. We won't be so judgmental towards ourselves. We'll be accepting, and we won't be so soft. I don't know what it is about this generation where everybody's so like, everything is triggering. Oh my God, that triggered me. Oh my God. Like, why though? Like, why? I don't understand. Like, I feel like Americans especially, we're so spoiled fucking brats. Like, we can't take shit. We can't take a hit. We can't take a punch in the jaw for shit. Everything bothers us. Everything triggers us. Everybody, oh, this person's doing this to me. This person said this. Or you don't want to be corrected. I'm shocked at how many adults do not like accountability. And some people are 50 fucking years old. Some people are like 50 years old and don't know how to take accountability. It's sad. It's fucking crazy. They'll complain, they'll shift and blame the next person, or they'll change this. Like, they don't like like some, I'm not saying all 50-year-olds, but some like adults really don't like to take accountability. They do not. So anything where they're being held accountable or they're in need of correction, where they're out of bounds, not like, a 70s plus person, I had to tell him something. Like, you know that you do this, right? You have a tendency to do this to certain people. Like, why do you do that? Like that's not fair. Like, you're out of order. And then they'll be like, oh, here we go. Like, look, like, it's crazy. Like, I've never seen that shit in my life. Like, how? You're 70 plus years old and you don't know how to take accountability. I'm 30 something years old and I got to tell you what you're doing is out of order and is wrong and is disrespectful. Like, what? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Shout out to the people that do, because that is not easy to do. It's not. You may not like to hear certain things in the moment. Like, I appreciate the friends that I do have that hold me accountable. Thank y'all. Even though sometimes I want to say fuck you respectfully, like it triggers, it hurts. Yes, it's annoying to hear. But at the same time, I appreciate you for telling me the truth and I want you to tell me the truth. I might have to digest it a little bit, drink some water to digest it down a little bit, but I appreciate that. Like, I don't want to stay stuck in my mess. Like, because sometimes you get fed up. It gets to a point where you really do get fed up with yourself. And some people, they can just move through life and their bullshit doesn't bother them. But some people, like, we can't do it. Like, we just can't do that. We can't. And I had to, like, discern the difference between someone being harsh towards me versus just being honest with me. And sometimes, like, I may not like the delivery of some people. Like, my delivery probably pisses people the fuck off. I know it does. I'm not crazy. I know I probably, like, trigger a lot of people and probably get on a lot of people's nerves. It is what it is. But I said this before. Like, I like the gentle. I have friends that speak very gentle with me. I appreciate them, and I also appreciate the ones that talk to me like Chenoa. Like my friend Nina, like, that bitch be triggering me sometimes. Like, I don't know if she's here, but like, she be triggering me sometimes with how she says things. But I know she says it out of love, and she says it like, Chenoa, I'm telling you this out of love. Like, if I didn't give a fuck, I wouldn't say shit. And I've had that delivery, and then there's some that will say things to purposely make you feel like shit. And then you'll have the friends that are very sweet, like, no, Chenoa, like, and I like the gentleness. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Equally. But yeah, like, we gotta stop being so soft with stuff. Like, yeah, it's gonna hurt. We're humans. Like, shit hurts. It does. It's annoying sometimes to be told, like, that we have to correct certain things about ourselves that we genuinely do. You know, I mean, there's some people out there be like, oh, why are you wearing that? You need to stop. Oh, you look like a whore. Like, whatever, right? That's a different thing. But it's the difference between someone saying, you know what, you're a lady. You might want to present yourself a little bit better. You shouldn't dress like that. There's a difference between those two dialogues. So sometimes we don't want to hear certain things, and it's free will. We can take the opportunity to fix, to correct, change, whatever we need to. If it's genuine that we know we need to, it's up to us whether we want to. No one else is responsible. So even me saying this, I wrestle with my spirit sometimes, because I'm like, stick to the cards, Chenoa, which is like, stick to the script. And I can't just do that. Like, if I'm seeing something, I'm going to call it out. I'm going to illustrate it in a way that's like, we're having a conversation, like free therapy, heart session, for real. And this is something that I appreciate with other people. I like the dialogue where we could talk shit out and be honest and be transparent and call each other out. That is healthy. It's a difference between being called out in a negative way. You know the difference. I don't need to explain it again or use a different example, but you know the difference. I would want someone to be honest with me. If I had a tarot reader, which most of my friends are, ironically, we're all gifted, not just the tarot, like, we're gifted. We're going to tell each other the real. It's not going to be a whole bunch of light and fluffy shit what you want to hear. You can go somewhere else on another channel for that. You know? I don't get paid a lot on YouTube enough anyway to be sitting on here sugarcoating shit. Like, what's, like, you know, the other channels, like, it works for them. Some of them are genuine and it is what it is. Some of them are not. And not all of us are made to be the same. Like, not every tarot reader is the same. So trying to put everybody in a box of how they do their thing and how they utilize their gift is silly. And I would like to think that what I do is very unique, and it is a gift, not only to me from God, I appreciate it, but to others that it's meant to help. Like, if I try to put myself in a box, I would be doing myself a complete disservice and other people a disservice, and most importantly, God's source a disservice by trying to be something that I'm not, or trying to fit into a mold, or try to stay trendy, or do what everybody else wants me to do, or what everybody else is doing on YouTube or readers are doing. Like, that would be completely just utter, just stupid, just dumb. It just wouldn't be right. I wouldn't be being me if I did that. So as tough as it is sometimes, where I'm like, you know, just shut up. Nobody wants to hear you. Nobody wants to, just shut up. But I love what I do. I'm passionate about my shit, and I'm honest with my shit. Try to be as transparent and honest as I'm guided to be, and not do too much. And I know that what I say is not going to be for everybody, or not everybody's going to like it. Even if you hate to admit that some of the shit that comes out is true for you, I can't control that. Whether you like it or you don't like, I can't control that. Like, it's all love. Like, I'm telling you, like, I know I be talking shit, but it's like, it's really all love. Like, it is. And you guys don't have to agree with anything that I'm saying. If it does not apply to you, like, you don't have to force it. I'm not forcing anything down anybody's throat. You take what resonates with you. Because I know it's meant for somebody. I'm not just saying this shit just to be saying it. Like, come on now. Like, it's going to resonate with somebody. Even if it's 5 of y'all in here that resonate with this. Cool. It is what it is. So, yeah. I have something for y'all. No more cards. Just healing. Just healing. Got some heart chakra healing that we gonna do tonight. I got my baby, my chakra bowl, my heart chakra bowl. Isn't it pretty? Ain't she pretty? Okay, so I'm gonna do some heart chakra healing real quick for y'all. If you wanna take a deep breath before we start. Ooh, it ain't gonna let me. It's okay. It's okay. If you guys want to take a deep breath in a couple of times, maybe 3 times, breathe in and hold it. I like to do this in 3 intervals. Breathe in deeply, hold it for a couple of seconds, and release it deeply. Do this 3 times until you feel relaxed. Mind you guys, this might sound, what is this? Hey, this might sound a little pitchy, so if you don't like the high-pitched sounds, maybe, you know, might be your point to click off. But some like the sound, so if you guys are familiar with sound healings, from the singing bowls, the crystal sound bowls, enjoy. So we're gonna breathe in, hold it, and we're gonna exhale deeply. Breathe in, hold it, exhale deeply, breathe in, exhale deeply after we hold it. Okay. Now, during the sound, if you're driving, don't do this. I don't suggest this. Please don't do this. This is my self-love bowl. Okay, I call this my self-love bowl. So, you guys can envision that to release anything that's blocking you and send yourself love, healing, whatever your intentions are. Have an intention. Color magic is very powerful. So if you envision the colors, that also helps with the healing. Or you can also say affirmations throughout like loving affirmations to yourself. I like to put my hand on my heart when I'm doing heart chakra healing, so you can do that with your receptive hand, which is the left hand. Or you can, when you're also doing that, you know, placing your hand on your heart chakra, you can envision the colors, the heart chakra color, green, or the pink, lavender, that, you know, that soft energy. Like, again, self-love energy is what I'm getting with this bowl. This is because I have a chakra bowl, like it's an F note. For those of you, the F note is the chakra frequency with the singing bowls. I already have one, but I just got this one for my birthday, and it's very small and petite, so I thought it was cute. And it reminds me of self-love. So that pure energy. So yeah, we can do the meditation one more time. I just wanted to like put that out there if you guys, you know, have some type of intention while you're doing your chakra healing, while I'm going around the bowls. If it gets too intense, you can always shut this off, come back. You might cry. There's always a reaction. Tears, headaches, may feel vomit, you know, coming up, nauseous, your stomach or your chest. Like, you might feel sensations in your chest because you're working on the heart chakra. And I've learned too that when I've done my my sound sessions and stuff for myself, that I have reactions days later. And I studied sound healing as well, so that was another thing that we were taught, that you can even have sensations or effects of healing. Certain things might come up, such as things that you're needing to heal or release. You'll start to have those things come up in mind, and that's a part of the healing. That's a part of the breakthrough and the release. One of my sound healing sessions that I did for someone, she did cry, and she felt all of this energy coming up, and she was releasing. So everybody has different reactions. If you guys would like to book a sound healing session with me, you guys can click the link in the description, and it will take you to my website, and you want to hit the booking or the book now. I can't remember what the button is, but it's on the right hand side. And there's different levels of sessions, okay, time, and what chakras you want to focus on, or a full chakra session, or a full instrument session, because I use multiple instruments as well in some of my sessions. Like, I have different instruments for different frequencies and sounds that I use, and everything is intuitive. So yeah, if you guys are interested, it is worth the investment, worth the buy. Anything that you book, you get 10 points as well. 10 points on my website for the loyalty program. 10 points gets you 10% off of any of your services or bookings, just so you know. All right, let's go back into the breathing exercise again. Let's do it. Breathe in. Hold. Release. Breathe in. Hold. Release. Breathe in. Hold. Release. All right. Divine Source God, angels, our benevolent ancestors, celestial divine beings that lovingly guide us, surround us, and protect us, we welcome your presence. We thank you. We ask for a breakthrough of healing, revelation, peace, breakthrough, the utmost ability to love ourselves and love others as you design us to love. Be the love that we wish to receive. Amen and Ashe. Let's get it. All right. Slowly, if you're kind of in a meditative state, slowly open your eyes if your eyes are closed. Don't jolt yourself up out of that state. Just kind of slowly ease out of it. Okay. How do we feel? What we thinking? What's going on? I want to see how everybody felt. If you don't mind sharing, if you experienced anything, what'd you experience? How was it? Let me know in the chat or in the comments. Oh, you have the same bowl? Yeah. I love it. It's so cute. Soft and makes it feel good. Your heart feels full. Well, I love it. Yeah, I feel lighter. I was moving the energy. You guys see my hands, but I put my left hand at some point on my chest, and I feel much lighter. I feel better. Yeah, it's amazing. Like, I swear by sound healing. I'm telling y'all, like, I do. I know the power of it and the effect. So just imagine what 7 bowls will do, or because I have chimes, I have wind chimes, I have like the ones that you like put the little stick and it just like. Shout out to Ashley. That was a birthday gift from Ashley. Thank you, sis. I love it. It's so enchanting whenever I play it. Sometimes I bump into it in my closet and it makes that sound, and I ain't complaining. I have an Indian flute. I have a drum, an Indian meditation drum. Like, I have chimes. Like I said, I have meditation bells. Like, I have different instruments that I use in my sound sessions. Sometimes my voice, but not all the time. But yeah. Wait, I had to put my baby up. Back in her packaging. I can't just put her back in the thing. I need to wrap her back up. But yes, I hope that this whole entire live period just blessed somebody, like really helped you, give you a revelation, give you breakthrough, give you peace. And as tough as it is sometimes to hear certain things, if it's the truth for you anyway, because it's not going to be the truth for everybody, but if it is, I pray that it gives you that peace and that revelation, that clarity that you need. Maybe sometimes not always what we want, but what we need, right? Because some things that we want ain't always good for us. But yeah, I pray that I just ain't on here just talking shit and y'all just on here just like, bitch, shut up. I really hope that you guys take something positive out of these messages, and especially the sound healing. Like, I wanted to do that for y'all in the end. Since we're talking about the heart space, I knew, it's gonna bring her out. So shout out to her and the healing, the frequencies, and it's amazing. So I will catch you guys in the next live or next video, whatever post comes up next. And I'll try to make this a thing every week for us to do the tarot therapy. Why is it hell for review? Jade, I don't know why your shit is hell for review. Tori, can you see why it's hell for review? Oh, I see why. Y'all are retarded. I can't with some of these people. Y'all just need to stop. Hey, Jade. How are you, sis? I appreciate it. And I know that when I'm... this is another thing that I love, too. I know when I'm doing something right and when I'm helping people when I get spiritually attacked. It's funny, actually. So, thank you for the reminder. So, with all that, y'all, take this love, take this healing, whatever you need. And then also, too, what's tonight? Tonight is Tuesday. I was about to say, Mondays are usually good for like internal reflections, but every day is, right? Inner reflections because the moon energy is Monday. Tuesday is, what is Tuesday? Tuesdays is Mars Day, I think. I think Tuesday is Mars. So anything that you're warring against or battling, um, work through that. Definitely work through that. So I appreciate you guys as always. You guys are the best. You guys. Oh, why is it hiding Jade? I see you, Jade. Hey sis. How you doing? How are you feeling? I hope you're doing better. All right, y'all. You guys have been great. Thank you so much. If this reading bless you, the sessions, any messages, be sure again to like this video. Show your girl love. So we ain't hiding on the algorithm. And on top of that, if you feel like this message is going to bless somebody close to you, if you have a brother, you have a friend, male friend, somebody you feel like needs to hear it. Because shout out to my sis Brianna. I didn't know she was putting, men onto my channel. And some of them told her that this one message that I did was helpful. They needed to hear it. And I'd be thinking sometimes like, men don't be watching my channel like that. Some of them do. And sometimes I'd be thinking they just be watching because they think I'm cute. But I would hope that y'all getting something from my channel healing wise. I really, really do. So I appreciate it. Send it to a fella that you feel like might resonate. Send it to a sister, your mother, your grandmother, whoever. Because fossils need healing too. Our grannies need healing sometimes, Granddaddies need, if they're willing to take it. Some of them, they just stuck in the 1930s. They ain't trying to heal. They've been around longer than us, so they think they know everything. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't hurt to try. But anyway, for real this time, you guys, I'm getting off. I'm not going to bump my gums no much longer. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll catch you guys in the next whatever. Much love. Peace.